What's up, guys? I picked up the FRS from the collision shop last week, and today we are going to be putting on the front lip and the side skirts again that also got painted, and also finishing up some little touches. I want to buff the hood because it's got some scratches on it, and there's also a ding on the trunk that I want to take care of. So stay tuned. Now, overall, the shop did a really good job. Here's the front bumper that they painted. This is a new front bumper that I brought them, which is why now the sides fit together really nice and the grill's no longer popping out. Like, everything's put together really well. The rear bumper is completely fixed too. Like, there's no sign that it was ever hit. So everything's in really good shape back there. The side skirts and the front lip didn't turn out the best. I didn't really look at the side skirts yet, but the side skirts were not in the best shape anyway. But the front lip is brand new, and there's a really big run right here, as you can see. And I just think that's a really big bummer. There's one on this side too, and it's right on the top. And so I didn't notice it when I picked it up. They're really far away from me. The only reason I went there is because the front bumper issue was kind of under warranty. So I don't want to go back. So I think I'm just gonna put it on as is. It's only noticeable in certain light. If I painted it and it turned out like that, I would be okay with it and I would just throw it on the car. But this was professionally painted, so I'm a little bit irritated. So I wanna leave a good review and tell people to go there, but I'm just not even really gonna name the shop because, I don't know, they repainted my bumper when they probably didn't have to. But also, they shouldn't really have painted it in the first place without verifying the paint job underneath was good. They painted over top a bad paint job, which I imagine is why they decided to repaint it for free. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start by putting this lip on the car. I got all stainless steel hardware for all of the ground effects, so none of it should rust. I hate that I have to take this bumper back off because now that it's painted and perfect, I never wanna touch it ever again. But this will be the last time. We're gonna take it off to put this lip on and then we'll be done. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the bumper off.
Don't close your eyes. Wait until the night is over. I'll show you.
All right, so I just set this on here, but I gotta bolt it together. It looks like the collision shop may have drilled out the holes for me already, which was extremely nice of them because I told them that I was the one mounting the lip, but they might have actually lined it up and put it on and drilled the holes for me, which is pretty cool. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can bolt this thing up.
But hang on just a little longer. I will be yours, you will be mine. Let it unfold, your legs intertwine. So don't close your eyes just yet.
Okay, we have this on there now. I've ripped my finger open by drilling into it with the drill bit. But anyway, this is completely mounted. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the bumper back on the car. All right, guys, got the front lip on. I got about 15 minutes to get the side skirts on. I'm gonna see if I can do it.
Don't close your eyes. It's not even the midnight hour. Hold on and hold tight. Stay awake with all your power. I will be yours, you will be mine.
All right, guys, so we're picking back up on the FRS here. I'm going to be trying to buff the hood. As you can see, like if I shine the light right there, there's a spot where bird poop kind of baked into the hood. I tried to get it out with an applicator pad and rubbing compound, and I just scratched the hood. It made it worse. I borrowed my dad's actual buffer, and I'm gonna see what I can do to get that out. It's kind of hard to see in some lights, but it's right there. You can't really see the scratches on camera, but there are some scratches there too. You can probably see these ones. I think that's from washing the car at some point, I'm not sure. There's another set of scratches right here, I think, from trying to get bird poop out. Some scratches right there. and then some right here as well. So I'm just going to see, it looks like there's some down here as well, probably from washing the car. This paint scratch is sort of easy, I guess, but really the rest of the car doesn't have much scratches on it where they're not noticeable. So I'm gonna see if I can take care of this hood. I borrowed a buffer from my dad. So I realized I wasn't recording like any of that, but I got all the bird poop out. I'm still getting some other scratches out.
Your letters intertwined, so don't close your eyes just yet.
Okay, so now as you can see, the paint's really cloudy, but if we look over here where that bird poop was, it's completely gone, which is really cool. I didn't go through the clear coat, so now we need to polish this hood so it doesn't look so cloudy. I'm switching to the polishing pad. This is what I was using for rubbing compound, and then this is what I'm using for the polishing compound. So it should look really good when we're all done. I'm gonna go ahead, I was kind of messy with the way that I did the cutting. I'm gonna do a quarter of the hood at a time. All right, I took a small break from the hood to see if I could get out this ding on the trunk here that I actually created from closing. When I was working on the engine, I piled a bunch of stuff in the trunk and then I closed the trunk and it created a small ding facing outwards. I've gotten it almost completely gone, but I messed up a little bit in an irreversible way. So I don't know, it's actually really, really hard to see. I'm not even gonna be able to show it on camera, I don't think. It's like right there. But anyway, I used I bought this tool with this hammer and I used a pointier end on here and I hit it a little bit too hard and now it's slightly dinged down instead of up, and it didn't go all the way through to the back side. So I can't really fix it without dinging the back side, and it's almost invisible at this point. So I'm just gonna call that a win and move back onto the hood. All right, so this is what it looks like when it's all done. I feel like it's still a little tiny bit foggy in some spots, but I couldn't get all of the polish off. And it does look better than the rest of the car. So I consider that a win. I mean, if you look right there, it's pretty much a perfect mirror. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The main sets of scratches that I wanted to get out are all gone. As you can see, there's no bird poop stain in that area over there anymore. There's no scratches. There's no obvious scratches or anything like that. So I'm gonna call this a win. And I'm gonna move on to replacing the license plate bulbs. So these are the bulbs that I've been using. This box is so old, it's gotta be like 7 years old. I don't know if these are still sold, but they lasted a really long time. I think this box was like 10 bucks. I used them in pretty much all of my cars, and they last a really long time before they start flickering. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap these out. All right guys, there is one last thing that has to be done on the FRS, and that is replace the rear right tail light. So my V-Lane taillights have been pretty good. They lasted like 5 years, I think, 4 or 5 years, something like that. My buddy noticed that a couple of the LEDs in the brake light on the right side were burned out. And then this year I checked it again and all of the brake light LEDs are burned out. It's not really that big of a problem because here's a new set. I did buy a new set, but you see right here, you have a brake light right here, but then you also have a brake light in the boomerang. And the boomerang brake light still works on the one in the car. So it just bothers me because the two taillights are different. So I was either going to see if I can get some parts and open it and repair it, or open the other tail light and disconnect that brake light strip so that they look the same on both sides. And I just decided for once, I'm just going to be a little bit lazy and I don't feel like opening them. So I just bought a new set. They're only like 160 bucks now or something like that. So I just bought a new set and I'm gonna try to sell the old set for like 50 bucks. See if anybody wants them. But yeah, let me show you the new set. So I think I paid like $280 for the previous set and their price is way cheaper now. These, I got them on sale actually. I think I paid less than $150 for them. And I bought them straight from VLand. I got them on eBay, but they came straight from VLand. And they changed the way they are. So they put these connectors on them from the factory so that you can swap these two wires around really easily. I repinned my last set. And on this one, you can see I already swapped the green and yellow wires. So these are ready to go in the car. I don't know if you remember, but my other ones are tinted. And I just bought pre-cut inlays before, but they were really hard to fit. So I got this new vinyl. I don't know how it's gonna go. I think it's from Vivid. There's no sponsorship here. This works like actual car vinyl. So you can install it dry. You don't have to use soapy water or anything like that. And this is just gonna be better because I can heat it and stretch it and get it to lay and then cut it with knifeless tape rather than trying to get no wrinkles in that little inlay that I was using before. So I thought I had enough knifeless tape to do both, but I think I only have enough to do one right now. So I'm just gonna do the right taillight so I can get that installed in the car so that the car is technically fixed, and then I'll replace the left one later. All right, I got both lights done and it took me a little while, but I'm all done now. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap them out. All right, guys, check this car out. It's completely done, nothing wrong with it, which is really cool. This is really exciting for me because I don't think I've ever had a car that just like doesn't have anything wrong with it before. So super cool. I'm very happy that this car is done and I can just enjoy it. But that's gonna be the end of this video. I got plenty of stuff coming on the Mini and both Civics, so make sure that you subscribe if you like this content. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to DM me on Instagram. But thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.